Following table gives production yield per hectare of wheat of 100 farms of a village. Change the distribution to more than type distribution and draw its ogive. So here there are two parts in this question. One, we should change this to more than type distribution, and second, we need to draw its ogive curve. Now let's draw the table and convert it to more than type distribution first. So in more than type distribution, you need to insert two extra columns. One, here you should write more than or equal to the lower limit of this class. So in less than or equal to type, in less than type, you had to write the upper limit. In more than or equal to type, you need to write the lower limit. So in this class, the lower limit is 50. Here again you need to write lower limit of this class, that is 55. Here the lower class limit is 60. Here the lower class limit is 65. Here the lower class limit is 70. Here the lower class limit is 75. So this is how you need to approach. Now, for finding cumulative frequency, it's slightly different than less than type. So there are two ways of finding cumulative frequency. One, by coming from the top, or second, coming from the bottom. If you come from the top, you need to do subtraction. If you come from the bottom, you can do addition. I will show you both the methods. You can choose whichever method you want. Both are correct actually. So for the first row, first find n. N is already 100 because in the question itself they told 100 farms. So in the first row, write the value of n directly. So here write 100 directly. Now in the second row, that is this row, subtract this 100 from the previous row. So subtract this 100 from this previous row frequency, that is 2. So this is 100 minus 2, 100 minus this number. This is nothing but 98. Now from this 98, subtract that row frequency to get the next row cumulative frequency. That is 98 minus 8 is equal to 90. Now from this 90, subtract that row frequency to get the next row cumulative frequency. That is 90 minus 12 is 78. Now from this 78, subtract that row frequency to get the next row cumulative frequency. That is 78 minus 24 is equal to 54. Now from this 54, subtract 38 to get the cumulative frequency of the last row. So that is 54 minus 38, that is nothing but 16. Okay. So this is how you have to find cumulative frequency if you come from the top. Or we can also start from the bottom. The process is almost similar to less than method if you come from the bottom. So here you have to first write the same frequency in the last row, that is 16. Now in the next row, add this 38 to this 16. So add this 38 to whatever we got in this here. So that is nothing but 54. Now for this row, add this 24 to the next row total or the previous calculated total. So this is 24 plus 54. So this is nothing but 78. Now for this row, add this 12 to the previous computed total. So that is 12 plus 78, that is 90. Now here add this 8 to the 90. 8 plus 90 is 98. Now in the first row, add this 2 to 98. 2 plus 98 is equal to 100. I hope this is clear. You have two different methods to solve for cumulative frequency. One, you can come from the top and do subtraction. Second, you can go from the bottom and do addition. Both are fine. Both are correct. Okay. Now in the question they asked to draw the ogive curve. To draw the ogive curve, let's first plot the points, or first write down the points. So if you want to write down the points, you need to know which is x-axis and which is y-axis. So in ogive curve, this daily income, the lower class limit of the daily income is the x-axis. So x-axis, you will have these numbers. On y-axis, you will have cumulative frequency. Okay. So now you know this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Let's first write down the points. So the points on the ogive curve are 50, 100. So whatever is here, this comma cumulative frequency 100. So next is 55, 98, 60, 90, so on. So let's write down the points. First is 50, 100. Next is 55, 98. Next is 60, 90. Next is 65, 78. Next is 70, 54. Next is 75, 16. So these are the points. We have to plot these points on the curve, on the graph to get the ogive curve. Now let's move on to the next slide to plot this graph and draw the ogive curve. So these are the points which we got in the previous slide. Now let's plot them on the graph. So here, as you can see, the x-axis is lower limit of the production yield. That is the lower limit of the class. And the y-axis is the cumulative frequency. Now here on the x-axis, the values are starting from 50, 55. So here insert a kink first, which says that these are continuous values and we are not starting at 0. So there's a lot of values over here. Now first point is 50, 100. 50, 100 will be over here. Next 55, 98 will be over here. Next 60, 90 will be over here. Next 65, 78 will be over here. Next 70, 54 will be over here. Next 75, 16 will be over here. Now once you are done with plotting all the points, join these points by a smooth ogive curve. So smooth freehand curve. Join these points by a smooth freehand curve. So that's it. So this is our required ogive curve. Okay. I hope this is very clear. So in this question, the main concept is more than type frequency. I mean, drawing the table in more than type distribution type. Okay. That is the main concept. And after that, if you know how to find cumulative frequency, then this ogive curve is very simple. Okay. I hope this is very clear. In case you still have any doubts, please let me know. Thank you.